Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Psycho Pass Season 1, Episode 22. And last episode, Tomomi died trying to save Ginoza. And then you have Makishima and Kogami coming face to face, fighting each other. And then you have Akane that's going after Ginoza and Tomomi. She doesn't actually know that Tomomi died. She was going after them because she figured out, because she and what's the other girl's name? I forgot. She and her went to some place where you can reactivate the power supply or something. Waiting for Makishima there, but since Kogami wasn't there and stuff, she figured out that they were actually at the other place where Kinosa and his father was. So she's making her way over there, and yeah. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmini. So yeah, let's start this episode, and here we go. Did someone just shoot off a gun on a... Okay. Perfect world. Whoa. The first time they actually showed the title of the episode before. Then before the song, I guess. Oh my gosh, now that makes more sense. The fact that Makishima is in between Akane and Kogami, because Kogami wants to kill Makishima, right? And then you have Akane on the other side that's been told to save Makishima, and then she's trying to stop Kogami from killing Makishima. So them facing each other, I guess. And Makishima in the middle. That makes sense now. Ooh, nice. Do not. But he's so cool. Oh my gosh, why do I find Psycho cool, man? What's that Akane's doing? Knew it. Did Makishima leave? Okay, he left his razor. Oh, so she's gonna have the gun and give the Dominator to him? So there's gonna come a point where is Akane gonna kill him? Are we sure about that? Huh. Okay. I did not see this coming, but I like it. Is she gonna tell him? I want to say that I actually follow everything that they said, but no. Go after it. Go after it. Oh, my mom played trick on me. I believe for an instant that it was Kagari. I don't know why. Maybe it was the way the light shone on her hair and he felt reddish, and I'm like, was he actually not dead? For a second. Ooh! Okay. I actually thought she was gonna shoot. Careful! I hope Makishima doesn't pick up the actual gun and point it at her. Eee. What did I just say? No bullets. I see you are what? Is she gonna pick up the gun? Okay. I thought she was gonna pick up the Dominator and paralyze him to keep him from going after Makishima. What the heck is this piano music playing? I'm not thinking of the guy that used to love hunting people, and I'm like, now Makishima is the prey, and Kogami is the hunter. See behind him. Is he gonna shoot him in the head from behind? Why am I thinking stuff like that? Akane is gonna come up from behind him. Oh, this is what she said in the very first episode. And that's where Akane comes in. What does that mean? Oh my gosh. He's becoming an enforcer. You mind? Oh my gosh. I just noticed. Oh, because it looks like your dad. Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice that he didn't have glasses. I thought she was into Kogami. Oh my gosh, she's repeating the same thing that Ginoza told her. She's saying the same thing that Ginoza told her at the beginning. That's it. I thought there was going to be more of an after credit when it comes to Kogami. What was that little bit of thing in the show? I didn't actually believe. I don't know if I actually believed it or not, but I thought that Kogami wouldn't be able to kill Makishima, and that Akane will show up behind him in that moment. Because when okay, the fight between Kogami and Makishima, that was amazing. And Makishima it seems like he had Kogami on lock, right? And he was about to slash him, cut him, kill him, something. But then Kogami stopped him with his own knife or something. And then they were about to go at each other. And this thing sort of exploded between them. And okay, is that Akane's fault? And yeah, she came and she stopped Kogami in that moment from killing Makishima, and Makishima took that opportunity to run away. And then when it came face to face with each other, and then you see Akane pick up the gun. It's a revolver, something. She picked it up, and then she gave the Dominator to Kogami. I thought for a second that she didn't want Kogami to kill Makishima and for Kogami to become a murderer, and that she now has the revolver. I thought for 1 second that there's gonna come a point in the episode where where Akane is gonna be maybe forced to kill Makishima, turning her into a murderer instead of Kogami. But no, she gave the gun, the Dominator, to Makishima, and then she has the revolver, right? And she's telling Kogami that if he tries to do anything other than paralyzed Makishima with the gun, then she's gonna shoot Kogami in the leg to stop him from doing that. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then both of them went after Makishima, and then there's that moment where Makishima was driving this truck, right, and almost ran over them, and then you see someone hang onto the truck, and for a split second, I thought it was Kagari for some reason, because I feel like the way the light shone on her hair, it made it seem more orange looking, and I don't know, just something about it. I thought for a second that it was Kagari, and then I realized that it wasn't, that it was Akane. And then she hung on to the truck, and then she was about to use the gun. I thought she was about to shoot Makishima with the gun, but no, she threw the tires. The truck fell over, and then she was on the ground, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't let Makishima pick up the gun and then point it at her. And that's exactly what he did, but thankfully there was no bullet in the gun. So yeah, he left her. He said something when something about you or something or other. I don't know what he meant by that or what he saw with her in that moment. I don't know, but he saw something. And then he left the gun, right? And then he went away. And he was saying something about him being all alone. Everybody is alone. And that because of this civil system, this world that they're living in now, no relationships last or something or other, and that he is tired of it. And that's why he feels like him and Kogami are like kindred spirits, and that he can't imagine anybody else killing him. And then you have Kogami that comes upon Akane. He picks up the revolver, puts bullet in it, and then goes after Makishima. And then during all this, you have this piano music playing, and I couldn't help but think that this would be the kind of music that Makishima loves to listen to, you know, so that he can have some philosophical conversations with anybody. And then they came like, the sun went down, and then I'm like, is Kogami behind him? Yeah, he was behind him. He's like, how are you gonna feel now if I'm not here or something? And he said something like, you're never gonna find somebody else like me or something or other. And Kogami's like, yeah, I hope so. I don't know, something along those lines. I don't quite remember exactly what he said. And I'm like, okay, is he actually gonna be able to kill him? Or is Akane, which I actually thought for a second, like back when Kogami found Akane on the floor, right? You could still see the Dominator right beside Akane. So I'm like, okay, is she gonna pick up the Dominator and shoot Kogami to paralyze him so that he doesn't go after Makishima and kill him? But she didn't do that at that point in time. So when Kogami was behind Makishima with the gun pointed at him, okay, I'm thinking in my mind, is Akane gonna be able to come, you know, and stop Kogami from killing Makishima? But no, he actually killed him, which I don't know why. I didn't expect that to happen. And then you hear the voiceover of Akane, like when about Makishima and Kogami being like fated to me or something for this end, this destiny that's between them two or whatever. They're not like ship passing through the night. She said the same thing in the very first episode when the episode started. So when they were repeating it, I'm like, this is what she said. Now we don't know exactly what Kogami is up to. Like, he killed Makishima, and then the after credit, you just see him reading some kind of book, living on the ground, and then going away. I don't know exactly what he's been doing during that time, but okay. And then you have Akane reporting to the Brain Trust, and they're like, they are sort of like disappointed in him, but her usefulness, she's still useful to them because they know that this system is not gonna be hidden for long. They feel like for the system to be complete, they are gonna have to tell the whole world, right? But because Akane is someone that does not agree, like, with the civil system, like what the system is actually is, she hates it, but she still is accepting it for what it is at this particular point in time. So the civil system feels like they can study her, right? So that when in fact they actually reveal the truth to everybody, they can accept it, even though they're not, the general population will not be agreeing with it. They won't be against it either, you know. And Akane was getting angry, and he's like, they're thinking less of them, that they're not gonna, the future is not gonna be based on the civil system, like one way or another they're gonna destroy the system. Someone is gonna come and shut it down or something. And they were laughing maniacally, telling her to fight and struggle and something, and you know, it's nothing they do is gonna stop them from still governing this world or something. Who's gonna be able to? Who's gonna be the one to turn it off? I'm gonna say Kogami. At this point in time, that's who I think he's gonna be. But hey. And then you have what's it called? Ginoza. He was reading his father's grave, and then he said that his crime coefficient went over 140. I'm like, what does that mean? Is 140 the mark? They probably said it before, but I don't remember. That must be the mark, right? Like when it goes over 140, then you become a lean criminal, I think. So when he did that, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to my other job. I'm like, what other job? Like he was a detective, right? So it must. Why would he say that he was gonna go back to his other job? I don't know, being a detective. And it wasn't until he went outside and Akane was waiting for him, and she said something about it's only natural that a detective would accompany an enforcer or something. Or I'm like, oh my gosh, so he's not actually an enforcer, just like his father was. His father didn't want that for me. Like he was worried about him becoming an alien criminal, and that's exactly what happened. And I didn't even notice that he was wearing glasses. He was not wearing glasses. And throughout this anime, he had glasses on like all the time. And then when he finally didn't have glasses on it, I didn't even like notice it until I kind of mentioned it. And the reason why, it wasn't that he actually needed glasses, it was just that he didn't like his eyes, like the way he looked like his father. And it wasn't until when his father was dying, and he mentioned the fact that he was actually his son because they have like the same eyes when he was younger or something. And then his father died. I feel like that made it so that he doesn't hate his eyes anymore. He's proud to display the way it is, for the world. So that was kind of cool. Makishima's dead. Now who's gonna be? I was about to say who's gonna be the villain of the next season, but clearly the civil system is still the villain in this story, because they're gonna need to find a way to stop it. Oh yeah, and there's this new detective girl that actually joined the CID, right? And the scene sort of played out the same way that it did when Akane joined the CID, and Ginoza was the detective there that was, receiving her and giving her pointers, and then the truck coming in with the enforcers. Like, I felt like it was the exact same words, it maybe minus a few things, but it was basically like the same situation, and I love that. It felt like it went full circle. So, yeah. Season 1 is over. Makishima's gone. I'm gonna miss him. Like, he was a great villain. So, yeah, I'm gonna miss him. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see the first episode of season 2 right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/filmedy. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. You never walk alone. Oh, you never walk alone. Makishima has felt alone, and Kogami has felt alone.